New at 6, dangerous drugs, overdose deaths, and the fight to end a vicious cycle.
Now, the opioid epidemic is growing in Ohio, but our Brooks Giroux learned it's a risky business to simply cut off the drug supply, especially when resources are limited. Brooks?
Tonight, we're doing it a little differently, taking you inside this dark world. It's raw, transparent, and presented in a new way to show you what's happening in our backyard.
First arrest that I just made, grew up with the kid. I had extensive history. I've probably arrested him a half a dozen or more times.
Travis, what's it like out there right now?
It's bad. There's a lot of bad stuff going around, and you can't get away from it. You know what I mean? Once you start doing it, it's the fentanyl and the fentanyl. It's crazy. You know, I had a friend just die last night.
In that raid, they found enough fentanyl to kill almost the whole city, just in one house. And then they found a different strand of fentanyl that we haven't seen. I was pulled back in this door, and he says, "Hey, you have something on your shirt." And then I fall back into the door and grab the printer, and that's the last thing I remember. I never dreamed that just touching something like that would be that instant. Within 2 minutes, I'm begging my colleague for help. If I would have went to the grocery store or just anywhere, I could have potentially killed somebody else not even knowing.
What do you think that should tell people?
This stuff is no joke.
Possibly overdose.
And this is an example of something that happens every single day in that small little community of 11,000. So just imagine big cities like Columbus. We're dealing with this problem also.
What was the goal when you went out?
Well, the goal was to try to understand what drugs are actually hitting the streets. So we talk about heroin, but now there's this fentanyl and carfentanil, which can be up to 10,000 times more powerful than morphine. And officers are actually seeing that by itself. So not even laced in heroin anymore, just by itself. So everyone is at risk. And if you don't think this affects you, you better think again.
Sure.
As we sit here, we talk about this every day, the heroin epidemic.
That's terrible.
Seeing it in person, the way you did, riding with officers, do you feel like you got a new perspective and you're able to show that in this piece?
Well, you know, especially when we put things on the air, we think about, stringing it together in a concise manner. Well, this time we wanted to do it differently, where you get to feel what the officers feel. You get to see what other people see. So we've created a new 3-part web exclusive series. It's called Dying to Get High, Inside the Epidemic. It's what we saw minute by minute during our one-day trip to East Liverpool. And you can stream our series right now on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Just go to abc6onyourside.com and click on the Dying to Get High series.
It's important information. Thank you, Brooks.
Riveting. Brooks, thanks.